Hey guys, welcome back. So, just to refresh you, last video that I was doing, we were talking about being social and how sometimes when we're like so task oriented, always focusing on work, we never enjoy ourselves. We never go out. We never actually reap the fruit that we have been planting for so long because it's always like the next thing, the next thing, the next thing, the next thing. And what I ended last time was kind of like feeling your gut instinct and enjoying the process for what it is, and also not caring what the results are. So people are becoming way too result oriented in many aspects of any kind of self development as well as life. They're always trying to work so hard that if they don't get that job, then they're so devastated that they kind of lose hope. So what this gut instinct does, it's kind of like relying on yourself that it's gonna come, but nothing's easy. I mean, nothing's gonna be like right then and there. There's some things that come naturally to people, but the only thing is that you know there's nothing that is well worth it without hard work. You have to ignore it. You always have to be positive because sometimes if you're focusing on the negative, then you're always gonna feel like you're never making it in life. Um, you always want to tell yourself, this should work because I've been doing this for so long and nothing's coming and it doesn't work. You have to let go of that. A great book by David Hawkins is called Letting Go. Highly recommended. MD, PhD, really smart guy that touches into spirituality and a lot of metaphysics and stuff like that. You're gonna have some moments that things are not as easy for you in the beginning, like shitty, basic in so few words. But you have to be able to say, I don't care. And as soon as that happens, you have this whole relief of like, okay, I know this is not gonna, work out to me for me in the end. And really what happens is that it really does because you let go of all expectations and anything that happens is more than you actually expected. These don't work out. Sometimes what you're doing, because you are self-developing yourself, whether it's no fap or anything like that, it's supposed to be a small percentage because a lot of people don't do this. A lot of people don't go through self-development. A lot of people don't try to improve themselves every day in life. A lot of people give up before they start, and that's the problem. And once you let go of that pressure, and what you do is kind of like have a sense of expectation for yourself, like what your goal is, and you're working towards it, but you also have this weird teeter totter where it's kind of like I don't really care at the same time, and it's kind of like a balance. So if you go without any expectation, you'll reap the benefit a little bit better. You have to work for it, and sometimes you won't see any of the benefits until you get to that point. So of course, when you start out doing something, it's gonna be shitty, right? And that could be in fitness, right? You're not gonna get it the first time. That could be in socializing. You're gonna be super awkward sometimes. That's gonna be at work. You're not gonna know how to do your job for a while, and that's why they train you. And this is very important because most people are always feeling like they have society's pressure, and it's really like the expectations that you have for yourself. Because what happens is that we have this part of our brain that feels like we have a self. But really, what it is that it's influenced by the society around us. So it's like this Trojan horse. It goes into our mind and we think it's a gift, but really it's killing us. This is a study that has been conducted with many researchers that were trying to figure out why people are so suggestible and so persuaded by a lot of the things that are like advertising, marketing, and people as well. So we started seeing this, and what you need to do is kind of like be stronger and a little bit more resilient. Now, if you fail, of course, feel free. It's fine. We all fail. I failed doing the challenge. Of course, I already told you about this, and I'm starting it over. And sometimes I find myself kind of contemplating on doing the challenge. But what happens is that like if you're doing it just to get laid, I obviously don't really care about that, because what happens is that because I focus on other things in my life, getting laid is an afterthought. And that's why it happens for me, because women can feel that off of me and they see that I'm focused on something else instead of sex. And if I want to meet them, it's because I want to meet them plus sex. And they see that because they have an intuition about, hey, he's running a race in his own mind against himself. And they can see that. And just like anybody else, when you're trying so hard, they can see that you're trying hard. So do it for yourself. Don't do it for anybody else. I know this is difficult because letting go is probably the most difficult thing that anybody can do in their life. If you feel like you need to finish, then just do it and start all over again. It's fine. I'm right here with you. That's why I'm doing this with you. What I want you to take out of this video is that sometimes people will tell you what to do and you want to live up to the expectations. And of course, it's great to have like an idol, a mentor, or a role model that kind of gives you an idea. But what happens is that there's no empathy behind it. They're challenging you in a way that is convicted, and they don't really see the challenges that you're doing it. They just want to tell you what to do. And what happens is that people are following these individuals and they don't know, they're just following the hamster wheel, and it becomes this like, where am I going? So what happens is that you have to like kind of ground yourself in reality, like, hey, this is where I'm at in life. I have to be able to understand that this is a race just alone. It's not against myself. Everybody has their own starting points, and I'm just following along with everybody else. There's no expectations. It's almost like a relay or a marathon. Everybody wins. Everybody has their own pace. Leave the expectations and you'll win in the end. All right, guys, so I hope this helps. I'll be tuning in pretty soon and hopefully let you know exactly what I'm doing within the last week of March. All right, guys, so I'm out and about, what I just talked about. Peace.